A friend request written by Paul Sear, Acknowledgements. Before I begin my attempt at putting forth this great philosophy of Bhakti Yoga, the devotional service of Lord Sri Krishna, I must first offer my respects to all the great devotees of the Lord. They occupy numerous posts, all with a common goal, saving the souls of this temporary world from their distress. I offer my respects to Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami, who tirelessly wrote and preached about this great wisdom, to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the pioneer of the spiritual movement aimed to satisfy the desire of the Lord. My wholehearted respects to Srila Rupa Goswami, the chief general of the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya. Along with all the other devotees of Lord Sri Krishna, I offer my wholehearted respects. Certainly the countless other great souls from various faiths that emphasize the service of the Lord cannot be neglected, for their aspirations are one and the same as my immediate teachers, the welfare of the spirit souls in this world. I offer my wholehearted respects to all of these great souls. Bowing before them with great honor, I ask all these great souls, steadfast on the road headed back to the spiritual realm, that I may follow their example, follow their lead upon the glorious road ahead back to the spiritual world, where the loving service of the Lord is a standard. Introduction. The challenges in life can be and usually are very overwhelming. Thank you for taking the time to read this writing. We are prone to interpret our environment according to the knowledge cultivated from our association with it, a reservoir of ideas where our convictions originate. Giving us our introduction, our parents foster us into our field of activities, becoming our first and most prominent influences. Moving on, as one begins to cultivate one's own ideas, so many contradictions may arise rooted in the vast perspectives one is sure to encounter. At this point, a nihilistic viewpoint may arise. Discouraged by the grand task of sorting out the details and discerning for oneself what is truth, it's not uncommon for one to declare, "I believe in nothing at all." Even if one declares allegiance to a particular faith or perspective, so many doubts may be present. My aim is to systematically present a theistic treatise for your consideration based on logic and authority. I hope to spare you the esoteric babbling and flowery language so often indulged in by professional men of philosophy, and there will be no begging for monetary contributions at its closing. Rather, I would like to extend a friend request to the reader, a consideration for you, who more than likely is educated. Perhaps you are very educated. I'm confident you possess a very distinct and strongly rooted point of view of your own. I wish not to undermine your point of view. Rather, I hope to offer you a fresh consideration, something out of the ordinary. I have broken this text into 5 topics for consideration. 1. The duality in faiths and how the Lord is transcendental to them, how one can become transcendental to these dualities as well. 2. An appeal to the intellectual, another perspective for consideration by the modern man-woman of science. 3. An illustration of the stance of those who are wholeheartedly opposed to the loving service of the Lord and the many pitfalls they place before the introspective individual in an attempt to derail the inquisitive seeker of spiritual knowledge. 4. The grave importance in controlling the mind and senses in the execution of the Lord's loving service. And 5. A logical formula for engaging in the loving service of the Lord with an emphasis on satisfying the Lord, how the satisfaction of the Lord is a solution to man's problems and relief of all man's distress. I hope this writing will be refreshing and satisfy your thirst for knowledge. I hold no titles in theology, and I may make some mistakes in this presentation. Kindly excuse my shortcomings and consider this treatise as an honest attempt to broaden one's consciousness to help conquer material miseries and unhappiness encountered in the human condition.